Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. But there he is. He's back to becoming a bit more of a lapdog for a while. So he must feel very neglected. All right, what's happening? Morning. Let's get started. Interesting day. Carved out a net win on the day. Our tiny little. Turns out we didn't need the defense trades, but they were there nonetheless. Ended up netting some profit on the day. I think it was 75 cents, which is fine. I mean, obviously, could have been worse, but the defense trade was there. I didn't, stack up anymore. I was tempted. I was like, "Are we going to get late in the day?" The gamma levels are kind of showing that look. But anyway, for the most part, here is the day. Right, we measured out our expected. Let me see. That would have been looking at the efficiency yesterday. Let's go to our workspace. So that was our trade for daily profit play. We need a price to stay below that top line, and it did. Drag this over here. And so today is a new day. All right, so recenter 69s. VIX spent from high 19s to 16 and change. Low VIX 16.1 puts us maybe a 1% move on the day, just over 1%, 16.17, 1.0. I do have a couple of I was thinking 171.50 zone to do a broke wing, but I am not going to the top. If we get some momentum behind the set, momentum can break it, then I think that we are going to start upside. So let's see what happens. We're only 25 points away from. We have not had a close above 7,000 yet. We've been close, but have not. We poked 7,000 officially last week. That would be the high right here. That was Wednesday last week. And up. Friday fought back. Monday fought back. Looking like maybe some fresh today. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Dave, good morning. Mike, what's happening? Larissa, good morning. Doris and Gil, Wade. It is Jeff. Don't count him out yet, though. He might do both. Can't hear the dog. Okay, good. Kathy, good morning. Yesterday was so much of a stressful fun day. It's an interesting way to put it. I mean, it was, again, like, it's kind of what I say with a lot of my, if I'm going to lose, but I didn't lose. We won yesterday. That's fine. So, Larry, yeah, so how'd you do, man? An email. I was curious, you're 75 to get out early enough, or the settlement, probably a wash. Let's see here. Next week's event. For the event, you just check with the team. I think it's our P event, like Diamond event, something like that. I'm not sure what we're officially calling it, but it's like Diamond Club access, all access members. And again, I think the option is like attend online. 14-day levels. I don't have 4 levels, Stacy. I have 1 week levels. We have monthlies on there. The 14-day period, like a 14-day period are. It's a 14-day period ATR. 14 period weekly, 14 period daily. Those are the indicators that you're seeing on TradingView and think. So if you'll take a look at it, ended up 21. I figured you took enough credit that should have been. That's cool. Today I'll be there in person. I think the event is Monday, Tuesday, like 9 to 5. Sessions will be. I should be live for daily profit play in the mornings. I think I'll just be doing like updates, alert updates for waterfall income Monday next week. I'll send out videos. I mean, I'll be in the Monday night, Tuesday night. So I can points there. And then Wednesday is going to be a travel day. So we will not be able to be live on Wednesday morning this week. Yep. It is, and others. Yeah. So it's, I'm trying to think. I labeled off Fat Carter, Lance Ippolito, five of us, four levels. It is, so if you're a VIP member for Engineer, the indicator bundle, it's inside your classroom. There's a code view, or there's a download link you can put in for a grid on Thinkorswim. If you're familiar with that, I've got a walkthrough video on those too. Minerals are where, yeah, I know. It probably just means that we need to buy gold and silver. Honestly, that's what I read between the lines there, Michael. Minerals are rare earth reserves, so putting the strategic. I mean, it's just going to create more buying, right? I mean, we went from, and again, this shakeout isn't over. Like, so I'm not super right in. It's like we had one sign of a reality check. If this goes right back up to highs, I mean, I guess that was your shield. But look at this from a smaller time frame. Okay, daily time frame, even a 4-hour time frame. Okay, is high of a move as this was, or as big a move as this was, it wouldn't surprise if this is high, low, lower, high, lower, low, or we retest the high and fail. We just can, again, I mean, having this thing flinch and having a 200-day moving average, I mean, we're in better position for it. Away, let's see if we get a pullback to it, but high, low, lower, high, lower, low, even a tree, right? High, low, lower, high, lower, low. There's a great spot to buy some gold. If I'm wrong on that and it's high, low, retest the high, retest the low, consolidate. If it's high, low, higher, high, watch out for divergence. I think that's a trap correction. Okay. So if you are buying gold on any of this pullback, be prepared for this low to be tested again. Be prepared for lower lows. Here is your 200-day moving average on gold, sitting around 3,900. So, I mean, we are seeing insane, right? That's fine. I sold some puts on SLV. We did some ratio spreads. We added some premium. We're starting to dollar cost average in. Be patient. If it rips to all-time highs, okay, crazy. But I think that like end of March, gold showing signs of a correction towards the 200-day moving. Well, it took until January 20. You know, I even forecast like, okay, this is around 625 bars. This was around 590. So, you know, within reason, we're showing signs of some type of topping pattern consolidation. I like to see this hit like 4,000, hit 3,900. Right. Certainly the volatility that was in gold and silver was starting to creep into equities, you know, earlier over the weekend. I don't know if you know this, but the markets were down like 0.7% going into Monday's trading. And even yesterday, what we saw, I mean, look at the wick. This market was making fresh lows and ended up getting a nice little rally. So, you know, the 50-day moving average on the daily chart still holding. Can we eke out some highs? Here is my gamma profile. I mean, it wasn't that long ago last week. Like this was all negative gamma. So here is today's 0-day. You can see that it's mostly just light positive gamma to the upside. As long as we stay above around 69.60. So if we open up here, futures open up slightly positive. Open up here, either we just keep drifting up towards 7,000 plus, or we pull back to, you know, maybe 60, use this positive gamma bounce, and then run to 7,000 plus. Okay. Holds up. Yeah, I mean, it's up. Just saying, gold and silver, same thing to me. I expect the pullback to at least find the 200-day moving average. Oops. Go back to this. I expect gold to find the 200-day moving average. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take. I would imagine it's not going to take that much longer. It shouldn't take that much longer. By the way, this is the line I was talking about earlier this morning. Our daily profit play efficiency zone from yesterday's market open. We needed to close above that level. That was the plus minus 51 points. Okay, so what I did is, remember, we opened here. This probably jumped up about 60 points from the open. So we opened here. That's a 68-point move. More forgiveness. If we have a gap lower, I use the push, and we gapped lower, and then we met down about 50 points. 51 points right there. And then the previous day's close pushed that up. And, and I don't know. It was, even though it was like right at the higher end of the threshold, and I was trying to get one of those 3 p.m. trades yesterday. It good enough fill for me. I tried. Let's move right here at 255. But that price was not good enough. I was going for $5 wide. I was trying to get it under $1, and it kept trading for like $1.20, $1.40. I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much. I wanted to spend like 80 cents, 90 cents to try to get $400. So even when price was here on 90, I was looking at an 80 by 75. It was still like over $1 debit spread. So I didn't take the trade. Butterfly trap right up here, 7,000 handle, 70-10. Was not needed, so I didn't get filled on any defense, but it was an original trade that we netted profit on the day. All right, so we can delete that now. Delete that now. We'll start this from scratch. YouTube, we should be on YouTube. This session streams on YouTube.Financial Wars. I'm not our sessions. I will spring some updates. I'll do probably one a week, twice a week. Too much to do it every single day. Schedule's busy. I've got plenty of services run updates. I'm writing stuff. It's hard to do it every single day, but it'll be on there. If you're on my channel, you subscribe, you'll get videos, updates. I did 2 sessions last week, some video updates. Yep. I hope silver finds the high first. It could. FCX. Yep. I have FCX shares. If you want copper, silver, mining, FCX is a good stock for that. Was I live yesterday? Still. So are we not live right now? Let's see. Let's check with Blake. Just sound. That's weird. So youtube.com. Financial Wars. We're live. Saying interesting. Let me check with Blake. Only title page, not live stream, screen share. That updated. Mark says, check out. I'm trying to get on YouTube. Okay, if we have to start the stream over, we might try that. Here's fine. Okay, good. Defense trade. Well, that's good because you didn't sacrifice anything, Roger. The second one to 15 cents was a 7,000. Wasn't needed, but that would have been like a 485 payout. Hopefully offsetting some of the risk. So again, defense was that we had it, but we still winning the day, which is nice. So all right, let's go get some top bottoms, get some gamma levels. Engineered options. Yesterday just felt like busy for engineered options, even though it's just pending orders. I'm trying to figure out, like, on a weekly basis, there's got to be, probably it felt busier to me because I'm putting weekly and monthly trades in. I just want to make sure for, all members, I've been kind of taking, member feedback, and I'm delivering, levels that I want, and then the live trades that I'm executing. And, this last week, it's like yesterday was beginning of the month for February, a new trading week. And I'm just putting pending. I wanted to get filled. And even it's like, again, this market started for Monday. We opened here. We had to chase this thing. And I still put in a trade that was like 0.2, 0.25% higher. And I couldn't get filled at the one-to-one credit that I wanted. I could have been filled at 45 cents, which we talked about last week in the masterclass. So as I tried to be stubborn and accept a 50 cent or one-to-one credit, and that didn't fill like for the morning. But look at how price action played out again yesterday. Started at the low, immediately didn't stall. The market didn't pull back. The market didn't make fresh lows. It's just, so do I think the week is over? Not. Do I think the month is over? Obviously not. So and we had a full winner yesterday. We had a full winner that closed out for profit. So that's fine. But obviously I've got a new set of trades in for the week and the month, and those are pending orders. So I put in the Telegram for members on engineered options, the trade tracker. They're number 29 to 36, I believe. Let me double check that in Telegram here. No, it's not true. All we have to do, Thomas, is just see, where we started the week, like we opened here at 69.16. If we come back to retest that, okay, we started here at 691, 40, and like say 45. If we come back to retest that, we're going to get filled. What we are, I will price, find this level and stay. Like find this level, and I needed price. I'm looking at like a 95 by 94. We don't need price to drop significantly. We need price to come back and eventually just sniff out a break. If it does that, we'll be fine. So we'll see. I mean, look, the last couple filled, not Monday. We've been getting filled days and Thursdays. That's okay. What I don't do is I don't chase. The market's up. Yesterday's open. The market's up %. I'm not going to chase that and put a trade in that's wonder. If % higher, that's fine. 0.3% higher, that's fine. I don't chase this thing and be like, well, I got to participate. You're not going to get 1-to-1 if you're trying to chase this. You're going to decrease your. So I won't chase it. That's what it's been doing a lot, which is it pokes the highs and it pulls back, and it pokes the highs and it pulls back. Could we have a thrust above 7,000 this week? Could do it this week if we get a decent push, okay, and it pushes through 7,000, more momentum behind it. So this is a good thing, right? This is a good thing for trading. Some thrust. My question is that, or this structure, if it tops out again and rolls over, we're still in the same situation, which is we're getting cautiously bullish. And if it rolls over, we have a correction. I would be, correct me if I'm wrong. Would you expect the market to just go up to, let's say, 7,500 with little to no corrections this year? Because these don't count as corrections. Like this little pullback of 3%. Okay, that's a aggressive buy on dip. When I say corrections, I'm talking about areas to deploy capital at a 5, 10, 15, 20% discount. Doesn't happen very often, but that's what I want. Here's 5%, right? There is nearly a 6% sell-off. Okay. There was all the makings for what? Could this be a head and shoulders pattern? Sure. Could this be a rising wedge pattern? Sure. It's still valid. I'm telling you, these highs does not mean anything. You're not getting any substantial candlestick above this high. So we need to see a body close here and have some follow through. Otherwise, I'm still thinking like this is type of light consolidation topping. And if the structure breaks, it comes back a lot faster than you. So we're not out of the woods. A lot of proof that this market needs price action wise to get above 7,000 there. Otherwise, we are poking, celebrating the headlines, but watch this stuff intraday where it's like, oh, we poked highs and then it falls 1%. That's not fun trading. And look at the VIX. VIX flared up to 19 last week, flared up again to 19.97 yesterday. We're just getting like it's a maniacal way to trade. 15 to 20, 15 to 20, 15 to 20. The market does it a lot. Fine. The market's going to find a way to grind higher if this is what the VIX does. The issue is like all it takes is one of 20, and then we're talking 30 VIX, 35 VIX, and then we have a decent. So depending on how it is this year, it's almost like the vol suppression the VIX is telling. And if we burst above 20, again, use it to our advantage and sell some premium and go way the heck out of the way. For Project Options Edge, one of my favorite strategies this year will be if we get a flare up into, again, like we didn't quite hit 20, so I didn't quite take the trade. But 20 plus VIX, I like to sell SPY, I like to sell Qs. And I will use April's low of last year. Even if it's for a couple $100, I'll try to find some premium to sell. Probably some ratio spreads, probably some naked puts, something along those lines. Okay. It's not impossible, Pat. We've literally had 4 winners, 100% wins. So, we have 1 full profit, 2 full profits, 3 full profits, 4 full profits. We have 5 full. Do I put some orders out there? Yeah, I'm participating. We talked levels. We're getting those filled. But I am not going to chase, 0.5%. I'm not going to chase 1% higher than the opening price. I will stay patient. We did get a fill yesterday, Rob. Yeah. Yep, we got a fill yesterday on Waterfall Income live. I have 1 trade filled, 1 trade pending. Okay. All right. We got a few minutes for the open. Plus minus on the day. Should be a little bit of a retreat from yesterday. VIX is obviously way lower. Extremely low, plus or minus 27.85. 27.85 VIX has calmed down to 16. So we'll take a look at our levels. I'll keep an eye on the VIX. Let's make sure we're not going to 70. Stay like low for the day. I'll set an alert at 17. Alert at 18. Just in case we start to flare up here. GEX pre-market. Most of the gamma is positive. So as long as we stay above 69.60, 69.65, looking like price is going to try to gravitate up towards 7,000 plus. Again, just at a glance, first thing this morning, look at our daily profit play. To me, if we have I would expect price to find a way to get up there. Unless in real time, this is with a correction. We hit 7,001, 7,002. So clear again, sure. Let's tag some. So, initially, either an immediate spread with some positive movement, or like a crappy credit. If you're going to get out of the way, putting it below 69.60, putting it at a respectable move, like a delta that's maybe a 20 delta, maybe a 15 delta. But I wouldn't be hanging onto that all day in case it drifts up and then, pulls back. But we're only 28 points on the day. So overall, pretty quiet. Part about a 28-point day is that's going to force me to be, way more aggressive on where I put my call spread, put spread. And obviously, I'm going to try to at least play some distance. So if we're plus or minus